Let's go. Get in here. Get in here right now. Get in here. Hey, we got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. That's our battle in the first half. It ain't happening. We get the ball. I promise you one thing. We're going to hit somebody and we're taking downfield for a touchdown. I guarantee you that. Guarantee. Look at me. Look at me. Let's go. We got 30 minutes. Let's go. For the rest of our lives. Let's go. Let's go. Lock on. Hey. 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 Lock on. Lock on. Hey. Put your heart on the back. Hey, we got it.
And welcome everybody to another episode of DC Sports Daily. This is your host Corey Tesson alongside Jack Maestri and a guest, Brady Gillmore.
We'll be bringing him in just a few minutes.
Today we kind of previewed it last night. We're going to be talking mainly about the NFC East and what it's going to look like over the course of the season. Obviously, the actual NFL season starts tomorrow night. So yeah, let's get to going.
Well, first we should probably just say hi.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
Hope everybody's doing all right. It's a good day. It's a great day. Football's about to start. I won my draft last night.
Yeah, I still don't understand how you win a draft.
By drafting the best team.
But everybody else has their own opinion. Yes.
If you listen to Michael Rappaport, Barstool, Fantasy Football Follies, he always says that. It's hilarious. He won the draft. I won the draft. That's just how it works.
As long as you're comfortable with your team, that's what matters. You win.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, team name, Song of Ice and Fire. Like Game of Thrones is Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah.
Wow. How long did that take you to come up with?
Just a couple minutes.
Not Pry Hard anymore?
No, I was going to try to get Matt Ryan and Terrell Pryor. So it's Matty Ice and Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
But I only got Matt Ryan, so.
Bummer. You could trade for Pry Hard.
I could. I've already received one offer.
Cash considerations.
Okay, now, on the phone, we want to introduce a man who stands 6'3.5", a whopping 200 pounds. This man is dripping with money that he has made in the DFS realm. He is a DFS expert, but he knows all things football. He's here to make you money throughout the year. But today, he's going to be joining us to break down the NFC East. We are so excited to welcome on Brady Gillmore to the show. Brady, how are you?
Oh, man, if you could see the smile on my face right now. That was awesome. Major props. How's it going, guys?
It's going great, man. Just want to make you feel welcome.
It's going, brother.
I am ready to go. It feels like Christmas. Football's back.
It is. It is Christmas.
A kid on Christmas Eve.
Oh, I can't wait. Ooh. Can you imagine being Miami or Tampa Bay, though?
16 straight weeks?
Sucks.
Yikes.
It's to play 16 straight games this season. No bye weeks.
It's going to be rough. Oof. Okay. All right, guys. It's time. Let's jump right into it. It pains me to do this, but Brady, go ahead. Run away with it. Tell us about the Dallas Cowboys.
I will tell you about my Dallas Cowboys. Well, our offseason started on 3rd and 20 at home in Dallas, and Aaron Rodgers rolled out of the pocket and bombed one to Jared Cook, setting up the field goal that broke my heart.
One of my favorite
Jerry
moments
Jones
ever.
Oh, I was devastated. I actually went to the stadium 3 days after that game and just sat there in the middle of the field picturing the Mason Crosby field goal kick and how it looked like it was wide left, but it came right back in and snuck in the upper left corner. Yeah, we had my boy Jerry Jones sitting up in the press box and overseeing the defense on that play, and that play happened, and Jerry just said, "Fuck this! I'm done. This is atrocious. This is never happening again. I'm done with the leaky defenses." That basically was the main reason that Romo never won a Super Bowl. This is over. So we went into the offseason. We let J.J. Wilcox walk. We let Barry Church walk. We let Brandon Carr walk. We let Mo Claiborne walk. We let Terrell McClain go to Washington. on the Skins where he's going to ride the pine on the bench.
He's going to be sacking Dak Prescott.
Oh, God, no. Please, no. He's actually a pretty solid player for the Redskins. So
He is. I love using him on Madden.
Yes. The offseason, like the free agency period did not start off well because we brought in Dez's bitch, Nolan Carroll. And anybody that watches the NFC East and watches the Cowboys versus the Eagles knows that Nolan Carroll is, in fact, Dez's bitch. This man is the worst cornerback I've ever seen, and I have no clue why the Cowboys want him to start week 1. But it is what it is. Nolan Carroll, that acquisition literally made me throw my phone across the room. He's bad at football, and there were no words other than just screaming that took place when they signed him. So that was not good, and that was not fun. And then the draft came, and now the draft also started off with a little bit of a downer when we drafted Taco Charlton. I don't think he's good at football either. So there's that.
So far, that's 2 guys on your team that just aren't good at football.
He could be good, but I'm not sold on him because he doesn't really do anything well. Like every pass rusher has something that they do well.
Right.
Like with Von Miller, it's just he's fast. He's incredibly fast. Aaron Donald is super strong. I don't know. He's just a beast. Mm-hmm. But everybody has a move or something that they go to or use to get an edge over the offensive lineman. And Taco Charlton really doesn't have anything. And we'll see. I wouldn't expect a rookie pass rusher to do much. I know Bosa had like 10 sacks or something, but those are unheard of numbers for a rookie. So that was a little bit of a downer. I wanted Takaris McKinley to fall in the draft, and that didn't happen. And then the second and third rounds, we drafted Chidobe Awuzie from Colorado and Jordan Lewis from Michigan. And Jordan Lewis was projected to be a first-round pick. People say he's going to be a slot cornerback in the NFL. He had this domestic violence accuser that said he beat her with a pillow.
You're killing it over there in Dallas.
Yeah, lots of domestic abuse.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis beat his girl with a pillow.
That's a pillow fight, right?
Yeah. I went to court, and apparently the judge laughed and threw it out. Wow. But it cost Jordan Lewis to fall 2 rounds. So there was that. And then we drafted Ryan Switzer out of North Carolina. He's basically a stronger Cole Beasley, so I'm hyped about that. Xavier Woods is a guy that we drafted in the 6th round that I'm really excited about. I know Corey was telling me it wasn't a big deal because he came from a small school, but the dude laid wood. I know he was PFF's Safety of the Week 2 in the preseason, and I'm really excited about him. Yeah. So we drafted those guys, and then we have Jalen Smith back. The nerve is 90% regenerated, and Anthony Hitchens just got injured and is out for 8 weeks in the preseason. So Jalen Smith will be starting at middle linebacker for the team. Jordan Lewis and Chidobe have been injured all offseason, so that didn't give them the opportunity to take Nolan Carroll's job for him. So that didn't work. We just traded for what's his face? Corey, who's the guy? Ben Winkie? Ben Winkier? He was on the Panthers last year and got roasted for 300 yards by Julio, and they cut him. Yeah, so the secondary definitely has a lot of questions, and I'm sure by the middle of the season, Awuzie and Jordan Lewis will be in the rotation. We do have Anthony Brown, our 6th-round pick last year, who was easily our best cornerback of the season last year. He held Antonio Brown to 30 yards on like 5 targets last season. So that's certainly exciting. The defensive line looks to be, again, a weakness, with David Irving, our best defensive end, suspended for the first 2 games, and DeMontre Moore, who could be our second-best defensive end or top 4 defensive end for us. He's suspended as well. Now on the offensive side of the ball,
tell me about that offensive line.
Oh, no, I don't even need to. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Is it going to be just as good?
In essence, yes. We don't know for sure. We lost Ronald Leary, our left guard, in the offseason to Denver. So we decided to also Doug Free retired. Thank God. He was awful. So we're kicking Collins out to right tackle. And now left guard is the only weakness on the offensive line. It's either Chaz Green, who can't stay healthy, or Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper was a first-round pick by New England, I believe. No, he was a first-round pick by Arizona, and he was a part of the trade when New England sent Chandler Jones to Arizona. New England cut him. We picked him up. He had like a decent preseason. It would definitely be Chaz Green's job if it weren't for the fact that whenever Chaz Green plays, he gets injured. Like every single time, he just gets injured and leaves the game. So the offensive line should be a top 3 unit. Who knows if it's going to be number 1? I'll have to examine the other lines in the league, the Raiders and the Eagles. They both have really good lines. Now the big question is, how long are we going to have Zeke Elliott this season? And we're going to get that answer on Friday. Yep. I know he's playing this week on Sunday night against the Giants. But he's got a court hearing where he filed for a restraining order on the NFL. If that makes sense, it doesn't.
The TRO, temporary restraining order.
Yep. And if he gets that, he gets to go to work while the case is going through the courts. And if you remember Tom Brady, Deflategate, he played that whole season. He was supposed to get the suspension on. And then was suspended the following season. Mm-hmm. So who knows if the ruling on Friday goes in our favor, we could have Zeke the whole season. Hopefully he beats it in court. We could have our own podcast on why Zeke is innocent because I'm loaded with stats, but I won't do that to you guys. We got Dez Bryant back, fully healthy, and he's had nagging injuries. In 2015, he broke his foot week 1 against the Giants. Last season, remember, he almost tore his ACL versus Chicago. And now Dak is saying somebody asked Dak who the most improved player over the offseason was, and he said Dez Bryant, and he's back. So that's certainly encouraging. Dez has a super tough matchup if you look at the cornerback matchups through the season, so it'll be interesting to see his numbers. But Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams are back.
Yikes.
Bryce Butler. I hate Terrence Williams, by the way. He's one of the few Cowboys that I hate. I hate body catchers. Bryce Butler's back. Hopefully he takes a job from Terrence Williams. Ryan Switzer in year 1 should be exciting. He'll be our special teams kick and punt returner guy. Our schedule is pretty tough this year. First place schedule. Some fun matchups against the Packers, the Falcons, the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Seahawks, and then, of course, the NFC East battles. Mm-hmm. But I think that's my breakdown.
What about Lucky Whitehead? I didn't hear anything about him.
Jesus. God, I hate that guy. By the way, the new thing that just leaked was the psycho bitch who tried to frame Zeke fucked Lucky in Pittsburgh during the season last season to try to get Zeke mad. And it worked. Zeke was very angry.
Apparently. Yeah, that's why I beat her.
Yeah. Everybody was so offended and just outraged when they cut Lucky, and Jason Garrett came out and said, we have other reasons to cut him. And nobody ever was like, no, you don't. And now it comes out that Lucky was smashing his RB1's rape and domestic violence accuser. So I would have cut him on the spot last season. But
could be a good reality TV show. Jerry World.
Just the Cowboys in general.
No, it's Lucky's world. It's Lucky's world. We're just living in it. The dude is crazy. I actually talked to Lucky Whitehead's brother on my Twitter. I posted a bunch of shit about Lucky, and his brother came into my DMs and tried to get me to delete it. And I said, screw you. No comprende. By the way, you can follow me at Sports and DFS9 on Twitter. Some good stuff I put out there.
Say that one more time for the listeners.
You can follow me at Sports and DFS9, and you can follow the DFS Cash Project at DFS Cash Project.
I'm telling you guys, if you want to make some money this season, that's where you got to go. The best picks out there, don't go to Google, don't go to ESPN, don't go to any of those sites. Go to your boy Brady, DFS Cash Project. It's going to make you some money. Okay, let's move on. Let's. Never mind.
Before we go ahead and dive into the rest of the teams in the NFC East, I just wanted to present the Vegas odds on who's the highest winning percentage. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but the Dallas Cowboys are sitting at plus 190 to win the division. The Giants are tied with them. Eagles are plus 250, and the Redskins, our beloved Redskins here in DC Sports, plus 600. So that's a little insight from Vegas on what's going to happen.
Okay,